Hi and welcome back to the second episode of NinBuzz's Nintendo News series. I am Gamer Bob, your host, and I'm gonna go through the news from week 48. But before starting up this episode, I just want to say thank you all for the feedback and suggestions. It really helps me a lot to improve this series, so I can get a lot more viewers, and it's actually more viewer friendly. I'm really sorry for not pronouncing the words correctly, but it's because I'm coming from Denmark and we're not speaking English normally. But yeah, well, enough of that, let's just get to the news. Brain Age 3 has now been confirmed being under development by the Professor Kawashima, but you can first expect it next year, so it is possible that the game will be released for the upcoming Nintendo 3DS. The reason for the long interval between the second game and this one is that Satoru Iwata and Kawashima agreed that they wanted to wait for a special idea for the third game. Nintendo managed to sell 900,000 DSi units and 600,000 Wii units, and this is only during the Thanksgiving week, so Nintendo had at least a pretty good Thanksgiving week. But I guess this is of course because of the new Super Mario 25th anniversary bundles and the new green and orange DSi bundles that I was talking about in the last episode. If you are a big Bit.Trip fan, then I can gladly announce that the final game of the series has now received a name. It is going to be called Bit.Trip FLUX, and the game will be released in 2011, and no date announced yet. Also, Chris Osborne, which is Gaijin Games programmer, has now announced that he is currently working on more Bit.Trip Runner, as it is the most popular game in the series. Now it's time to look at this week's Nintendo downloads, and we're starting up with Cave Story, and this is for the Nintendo DS, and it costs 1000 DSi points. Then we got Forensic for the DS for 200 DSi points. Then we also got Spot It Challenge, which is also for the DS, and it costs 200 DSi points. Now we're moving to the Wii, and the first one is Airport Mania First Flight, which costs 500 Wii points. Then we got the HB Arcade Disc Golf, and it costs 1000 Wii points. And then we also got a demo version of Cave Story, and you can actually also buy the full version, and it costs 1200 Wii points. Now we're going to the Virtual Console, and this week we can download, or we can actually buy Magical Drop 2 for 900 Wii points. And that was the downloads of this week. Now it is time to look at the upcoming games next week, and it is a pretty short list because we only have Tron Evolution Battle Grids for the Wii, and it is getting released in USA the 7th December 2010, and it is already released in Europe and Australia, so that was actually basically all for this week of confirmed releases next week. Now it is time to start up something new here on the Nintendo News series. I will now, in every single episode, give you a question or a task that you have to answer in the comment section below. And this week's task is create a sentence with the name Mario included. I will then pick the best answers and show them in the next episode. That was actually basically all of the news in this episode, so hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you all in the next episode. Bye!